Hello everyone. Today, I want to give you a quick overview of a few features that are included in the Dynamics 365 Sales Insights 2020 Release Wave 1. Key investment areas for this release are auto capture of activities and contacts to free up your sellers from logging calls and contacts. An improved assistant to help identify and plan for next steps. Conversational intelligence to help transform customer engagements into revenue. And finally, predictive forecasts that uncover hidden insights into your pipeline. Let's see how these all work. Auto capture collects activities and contacts from emails, meetings, and calls so your sellers can spend more time closing deals and less time entering data. To start, you decide which security roles you want to capture data on, and which communication channels, emails, meetings, and contacts. Let's take a look at an example. Here's the summary page for Contoso, and in the timeline we see the list of emails, calls, and meetings. We also have the option to show suggested activities that we might want to add to this timeline based on auto capture, and we can then save them to this timeline, or edit to save to another customer, or contact in this case. Or you can dismiss the activity if it's not relevant. And you can see all of your suggested activities as a list where you can also save, edit, or dismiss them. And the same applies to suggested contacts that are automatically captured. We can sort through these suggested contacts, and when we save them, we get a link that takes us directly to the new contact. And we can also edit the suggested contacts as we save them. Auto capture has done the bulk of the work capturing data from emails, meetings, and calls, so your sellers can spend more time closing deals and less time entering data. Conversation intelligence is focused on making it easier for sellers to gain sales and business insights from their sales calls. And it helps their managers identify both sales and coaching opportunities. Conversation intelligence does this by providing an analysis of key discussion points that take place during a call. It tracks what was said, what commitments were made, and who talked the most. Let's see how this works. We see that the name of an important opportunity is being mentioned by top sellers on our team. Well, we want to learn more about the status of the deal, so we click on Show Details. Here we see additional information, like the number of times the company was mentioned and in how many conversations. We'll click on the last call, and we see that the call is in Japanese, so we'll click Translate to English. And we see that the seller is setting up a demo, so we'll add a note asking them to invite us to the demo. Let me show you a couple more features of this new call summary page. Now, in this scenario, we've accessed the call summary within Dynamics 365, so we don't have to click out to the Conversation Intelligence app to view the call. The call summary includes playback and action item features for your phone calls. The Signals panel on the left side shows tracked keywords that were mentioned during the call, competitors mentioned, names mentioned, and more. And under action items, we can see different commitments that the Conversation Intelligence picked up. These are linked to the call, so to listen to the part of the call where the customer was told that we'd send them a revised proposal, we simply click on this action item, and the queue on the timeline moves to that exact moment in the call. The call transcript on the right also scrolls to the specific action item, which is highlighted here as well. Now, we want to listen to this part of the conversation, so we click play. And as we're listening to the call's audio, you can see that the transcript scrolls along with the playback. You can also drill down to other points of interest in the signal pane, like brands or tracked keywords. As you've seen, this direct access to the call playback and transcript with translation, the signals and action items, all allow you to refer back to your calls to stay up to date and on top of your commitments. With this release, we're enhancing assistant cards to help your sellers be more productive. We're improving the UX framework for cards so your sellers can act on insights directly from cards. We're adding grouping and drill down capabilities to the cards, and you can now add custom cards that meet your unique requirements. You can get to the assistant from multiple entry points, like the light bulb icon from the navigation bar. And here you can see that we're grouping cards by type. Those with 100% confidence and reminders of things that the company would like you to act on, like an opportunity closing soon or due today, are grouped under the notification section. AI-based notifications that the company would like you to pay attention to are grouped under insights. For example, this card generated by a predictive model from an email that mentioned a competitor. And we can dive into a card to see the details based on the card type. Now for this meeting, the card includes when, who's involved, the topic, and critical links. And you can also see additional information related to the card. In the case of meetings, this includes news articles related to the topic and to the customer. And at the bottom, you see a list of customers who are near the meeting site in case your sellers want to stop by and visit. If we dive into the insight card that an email has put an opportunity at risk, we see a quick description of the issue, and we have clearly visible options including opening the email and the opportunity. Or we can discard or delay the insight. And to help train the assistant, we can provide feedback if the card was useful or not. Another improved feature set is predictive forecasts. You can remove guesswork by visually comparing your actual performance against your forecast predictions. Here you see a forecast for a sales team with the predictions for each seller. And when we dive in, we see the 3 levels. Closed won, wins from existing deals, which is a prediction of wins from what's currently in the pipeline, and wins from new deals, which is a prediction based on deals that are not yet in the pipeline based on historical trends. We can also look at trend analysis to see the 1 in green and our prediction in blue. You can take a snapshot of your data and then view it to see how the pipeline is actually working. So we take a snapshot of our sales data. And to use the snapshots, you go to the flow view and you pick the dates that you want to compare to see how the pipeline has changed between snapshots. And we can look at each of the deals. And when we click on this lost deal, we see the details. This visualization allows you to see the flow in your pipeline between different categories and different dates to truly see what's happening in your pipeline. As you've seen, the 2020 Release Wave 1 update to Dynamics 365 Sales Insights provides you with auto capture of activities and contacts to free up your sellers from logging calls and contacts. An improved assistant to help identify and plan for next steps. Conversation intelligence to help transform customer engagements into revenue. And predictive forecasts that uncover hidden insights into your pipeline. For more information, use these specific links or go to the Release Overview Guide.